A heavily disguised figure slips through the damp shadows of a quiet London street, carrying a secret capable of permanently dismantling the Windsor hierarchy. Sarah Ferguson is officially done running, and her sudden, unannounced reappearance has sent a wave of absolute panic through the palace walls. She has abandoned the safety of her overseas hideouts for a ruthless, calculated mission, moving into a modest space to launch an all-out psychological war. Behind closed doors, the whispers are growing deafening. She is pointing the finger directly at the heir to the throne, leveling a chilling accusation that he is actively poisoning the mind of the king. This isn't just another standard family dispute. It is a high-stakes palace purge, and we track these shifting tectonic plates of power every single week on this channel. For months, the global public was led to believe that the former Duchess of York had vanished for good, safely tucked away into the high-altitude luxury of Switzerland and Austria. But a sudden, highly classified movement through the heart of the UK capital has just blown that entire narrative wide open. Sarah Ferguson has broken her silence, and she is making it known that she is completely done hiding out. Reports suggest she has quietly abandoned her Alpine retreats to execute a deep-cover relocation right back to London. But it is her shocking choice of accommodation that is currently sending ripples through the palace infrastructure. Insiders say the woman who once occupied the most sprawling estates in the country is now quietly touring tiny, one-bedroom flats across London. To the outside world, it looks like a total financial collapse, a desperate downsize. But the reality is far more calculated. Fergie would rather live in a single room than allow the establishment to erase her from the map. She is intentionally embedding herself right on the doorstep of the royal household, refusing to disappear into a quiet, compliant exile. This sudden, bold shift in lifestyle is actually the first phase of a meticulously planned retaliation. She is reportedly fueled by a deep, protective fury over her daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, who have spent the last several months facing unprecedented institutional setbacks. Sarah is thoroughly convinced that her children are being unfairly forced to pay a devastating price for a public fallout they had absolutely nothing to do with. The former Duchess is transitioning onto a direct war path, and her patience with the high-ranking members of the family is allegedly hanging by a thread. While the public was entirely focused on Sarah's sudden physical return to London, an official financial bombshell dropped that changed everything for the York family. Reports suggest that a highly sensitive document leak from the National Audit Office has completely exposed the living arrangements of Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. To the world, it was claimed that the sisters were living an unbothered, heavily subsidized life inside the historic walls of St. James's Palace and Kensington Palace. But behind the scenes, a quiet administrative push has created an entirely different, harsher reality. Insiders say a sweeping institutional audit has fiercely scrutinized non-working members of the family who reside on the Crown Estate. Rumors indicate that this official pressure has escalated regarding their long-held properties, essentially requesting them to transition out. To the public, the situation has been masterfully framed as a necessary financial cleanup. But to their fiercely protective mother, it feels like a deliberate, unfair targeting of her children, an invisible eviction designed to push the York family to the absolute margins of the institution. But as the panic inside the family intensifies, a stunning realization has surfaced. This wasn't just a random administrative oversight or a standard bureaucratic update. Insiders claim that a powerful shadow operator has been working tirelessly to ensure the York family is completely removed from the picture. The finger of blame is pointing directly at the future king himself. Sarah Ferguson is reportedly entirely convinced that Prince William is the architect working to eliminate her daughters from public life, actively turning King Charles against Beatrice and Eugenie. She believes her daughters are being unfairly singled out to satisfy a growing obsession with a slimmed-down monarchy. The timing of this quiet campaign makes the situation even more intense, escalating dramatically following their parents' total fall from grace and the loss of their remaining official standing. Sarah views her children as highly convenient scapegoats for the institution's larger problems, and it is infuriating to her because Beatrice and Eugenie have always bent over backward to support the crown. Instead of being protected, they are allegedly being treated as an unwanted public liability.
I think it's very interesting to be at a place which is so determined to find solutions for preventative care. And I'm really excited that I'm part of helping get the roof for the National Breast Imaging Academy, and I'm really excited by that. I think it's great. It's going to be national. I find the people here quite extraordinary. Mary Robinson, where are you? I mean, everybody here, Lester and everybody, they're incredible. And Nikki, they're all determined to find solutions. And so we need 600,000 to get the roof, and then we can really make a dramatic difference to, 57,000 people are diagnosed every year. And out of that, 10,000 are under 40. Great.
Lovely to
meet you. Thank you for letting us stop your day.
Oh, we was on a break anyway.
Yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready? Is that all right, Ronald?
That was very good.
Right, what will we have, lass?
Can I have a pint of bitter, please?
Not sure.
Do you know how to pour one?
Apparently. Right down to the bottom. Here we go. Yeah. Sally, we did well today, didn't we?
We did really well.
Yeah.
Really well.
Sally's exceptional.
You're exceptional.
Sarah,
excuse me, sir.
Yeah, no, 2 seconds. We're just going to get a picture of purple orange.
that's okay.
Sarah? Sarah?
Sarah, to your right, please.
Sarah? Oh, it's you again. Sarah?
Where is Sarah Ferguson? She reportedly fled the country either right before or after the release of the Epstein files, and now with Andrew's arrest yesterday, she still hasn't been seen or made a public statement. So I looked into it, and here's what I found with the very limited information available. Sarah Ferguson has been almost completely MIA from public life this entire time. She hasn't actually been seen publicly for months, even before the files were released. After her and Andrew were evicted from Royal Lodge, she seems to have just vanished off the radar quietly. There were reports that she was staying on Richard Branson's island at one point, and considering he was named in the files too, that wasn't exactly a reassuring rumour, but the Virgin Group came forward and said that Branson and Ferguson had not been in contact. More recent reporting suggests that she's in the United Arab Emirates, planning her return to public life, planning a comeback to restore her image, I guess. She's reportedly told friends that she needs to get back to work because she needs money, and when she does return, she'll have to put distance between herself and Andrew, but I don't really think that a comeback is on her bingo cards. Because let's not forget, she's heavily implicated in these files herself, including taking her daughters, who were 19 and 21 at the time, to have dinner with Epstein 5 days after he got out of prison. And that's before we even get to the wildly inappropriate and grotesque things that she said to Epstein about her own daughter, Princess Beatrice. So where is Sarah Ferguson? If reporting is accurate, she's in the United Arab Emirates planning a comeback, but she's not laying low out of shock or dignity, she's laying low out of strategy, which usually tells you everything you need to know.
Well, 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 you don't say. Oh, the original Fergie Ferg, the Duchess, the real one, Sarah Ferguson, Andrew, I'm not putting the prince there, his ex-wife, who's always lurking on the fringe of society. She just checked herself into a rehab, a wellness facility, the most expensive one in the world. The Daily Mail is reporting that Sarah Ferguson checked herself into the world's most expensive wellness clinic after details about her close friendship with Jeffrey ruined her. Is it gonna ruin her? This woman has 9 lives. She has gotten in trouble so often, even when she was young and she was allegedly cheating on Andrew and getting her toes at a pool, and the paparazzi caught her. She got in trouble. She got her finger slapped a little bit. She was put onto the fringes, but she was still adjacent. She was still lurking and hanging around and allegedly, in my opinion, asking pay to play. Do you want access to Andrew? Do you want some secrets, some knowledge? We've got it. All you have to do is pay me $10,000. I mean, that's what these two grifters from the royal family were doing their whole lives. And now Andrew is in big trouble. Fergie is now in hiding. I'm hiding. I'm gonna hide out. I mean, it's worked for her in the past.
The fact that you're dragging your daughters into this. The emails offer more proof that Fergie continued to suck up to Epstein despite publicly disowning him. Another email. Is there any chance I could borrow $50,000 to $100,000 to help get through the small bills that are pushing me over? Had to ask. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing for Sarah Ferguson. This is what you were emailing Epstein, begging this man for money. Is there any chance I could borrow $50,000 or $100,000 to help get through the small bills that are pushing me over? I had to ask. Wow. I would be so grateful. Lord have mercy. It's all stated that Andrew and Sarah were in it up to their necks with Epstein. It was always about the money. This was always going to be their downfall. Isn't it so strange that members of the royal family, especially Andrew, desperate with shady money deals, especially with, Ferguson, somebody who was probably broke by the brim and was asking Epstein for money, 100,000, and then saying that you would pay him back. I had to ask you. And then when he gave you that money, you actually could not pay him back. So what did you do with that money? Because clearly you didn't make any profits. It just sounds like failed businesses. Where were you spending this money? Why do you and your husband, why do you both need this money? This is also embarrassing on their daughters, because they're linked to this, and any charitable high society related work that they're going to be doing or have done is not only going to be frowned upon, but people are going to neglect you as well. How embarrassing for the entire clan. This is vicious news for Prince Andrew and Ferguson. A police probe, Prince William abandoning you. What the hell is going on today with this? Speechless.